In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
no evil shall escape my sight.
Let those who worship evil's might
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. It's that time of the month. No, not that. Yes, we're back with some more Green Lantern. It is me, Phil, and of course, number one Hal Jordan fanboy. It is Will Allred.
Hey, everyone.
Master of the Quarter. Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about. I mean, we'll get to part 2. We'll get the next 4 issues of The Green Lantern by Grant Morrison, but we have some new stuff to talk about today, including the new Green Lantern 600.
Yes, which I'm still confused at how they got to 600.
I know. Every time we bring that up on the show, I'm like, Will's beating his head against the desk somewhere, so we're trying to get that numbering right.
Yeah, it just doesn't quite make sense. But, whatever.
And, they're probably just like, throw in that miniseries. That makes it close. Okay, yeah, that's good.
And throw in the Golden Age, too. I'm like, nah, that's not the way that works, okay? No.
Throw in Parallax Darkest Night. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Now we're at the number. Good. 600. Close enough.
All right. So, yeah, do you want to start with that, or do you want to start with Green Lantern Corps?
Well, let's start with that. I mean, it was, you're never, ever going to annoy me by having a double-sized issue, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's just, the 80-page giants, the 64-page giants, that always win. That's always a win, in my opinion. Now,
there's one of my favorite covers, but
a great cover, yes. And we got a lot of stories around Kyle. I mean, we got a little bit with Hal at the end, but I'm more curious. What's your take? Because we got a little bit of retelling of Kyle's origin, and we got some, him and Wally time together. What's your thoughts?
I did like that. They were kind of an old school feel, but it's also kind of like and I guess he would be kind of out of it because he hasn't been on Earth for a while. But I'm like, how long is this going to last? Are we going to get him like an art job somewhere? Maybe see some classic villains. I was like, where's Sonar? Where's Dr. Polaris?
Effigy.
Yes. Even that robot he fought that one time.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's looks like he's going to be, the main event, with Hal, I guess, kind of being more of a backup feature going forward, which I was a little bit surprised at kind of how they did that. I was expecting more of this is the honeymoon, blah, 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 but we didn't ever get to that, right? So this thing with him sending himself messages through the Book of Oa from the future is kind of interesting, and plus we got more information, not really more information, but more screen time with Krona Hal, right? Is that what we're going to call him? Krona Hal or Hal Krona, or what's a good thing?
I guess, yeah. Krona Hal clone, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a really good issue. I'm a little confused, though, and perhaps you can help me with this.
Huh.
Hal's on the moon with Kyle, saying, take good care of the Earth, blah, 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 whatever. He gets zapped away. When he lands in this issue, his ring's charge is gone. If he knew he was going to get spirited away at that point, why didn't he charge his ring beforehand? Or did his getting spirited away just drain all the power from his ring because that's how he got transported?
That, or was there maybe like some kind of time jump or something?
Maybe. I don't know. I was confused by it.
Yeah, I get you. Because I was going to say, didn't we already see that scene with Hal and Kyle that we saw at the beginning of this issue? So again, maybe stuff has gone on in between. Time has gone by.
I don't know. That was something that was confusing to me. So
yeah, I wish I'd seen this cover, that bottom one on the right there with Kyle, with his hand up like that. That's a glow in the dark cover.
Oh, cool. I may have to search that one out.
Yeah. Old school
I
90s
really-
style. Yeah.
I do really like the cover, the second cover, though. I mean, of course, the 600th with Hal on the cover. Yeah, that's what I've got. But I really like the second cover and his. I think that's a really nice update to his classic costume. You know, it looks a little more modern. Of course, I don't think there's a problem with his original costume, but this does look a little bit sleeker and more modern, right?
This is the best shot I've seen of it so far. I think this cover.
Mm-hmm. And then who did the next one over?
Oh, let me see if I got that. What, that like green and white one with Hal? Is that Hal? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's Hal.
Hold on, I think I'm still there. Yep. Cover is this? David Aha. David Aha variant. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's great. And then we got. I don't recognize the artist down on the bottom left there.
Oh, that other cow one. It's Romanico.
Oh, interesting. I wouldn't have pegged that to be one of his covers. Cool.
Yeah.
Might as well finish the other two off. Who did the giant core scene, which is pretty cool?
Oh, that is. Look on this. That is Scott Kobelish.
Oh, he did the one with the most, like the Deadpool wedding that had the most characters on a.
Oh yeah.
Which Quasar's on that, by the way.
Yes. And the glow in the dark is Gilliam March. So.
Very cool. Some nice covers.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
And again, they really didn't. I mean, what is that? 7. I mean, really didn't break the bank, I guess, with variant covers for this.
No.
Well, they'll make that up on Superman, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man, Superman.
I did get a few of those actually.
I did get one. Oh, it's not out yet, but I did pre-order the Spider-Man, Superman one, and it's a foil cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's very 90s. It's foil, and it's Spider-Man and Superman versus Conduit and Cardiac.
Oh, Eric Larson. Nice.
I don't know if it might be a Bagley, I think, drew it, but yeah, it's yeah. Foil. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's the 90s right there in a nutshell.
I think that's where they're making their money, those crossovers. Although I think people have been going nuts for the especially with the show out, the Daredevil blind bag variants and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. So, but as much as I enjoyed the issue, I don't know that a lot really happened. I mean, we kind of established Kyle on Earth. He's with Odyssey, right?
Yeah, and I wonder if they were doing well, again, it's an anniversary issue, but we're doing the origin for people who may not be familiar with Kyle's origin. Like, we did get into Alex, which was nice, and we got the whole Ganthet scene, with the you'll do.
Yeah, and actually, I really liked that because there for a while it's like they were walking it back like he was just anybody. He was special, right?
Yes.
But that was the whole point of him, was that he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
He rose to the occasion as an everyman, right? And I like that they kind of, they walked back the walking back of that.
Yes.
It was just, you'll do. Okay, cool. I'll take the ring.
Yeah, I did like that, and I guess remember in New 52 we were kind of wondering about the timeline. When Kyle comes in, we're like, okay, was Hal still Parallax? I think we're kind of back at the point there where everything's the way it originally was.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and it also, I think it's maybe it's suspect timing. I don't know, but in Green Lantern Corps we brought back a certain character that is very relevant to Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
Soranik's pack. So I don't know if that's going to perhaps lead anywhere, because I know that romance did not end. It was confusing.
Yes.
Let's just say that.
Yes. And I agree with the sentiment in this issue, but I just thought, Jeremy Adams, the writer, we had an AI villain in issue 600. Yes.
Yeah. And we had Wally West. I mean, it's always cool to see Wally show up. But yeah, I thought this was a good, solid issue.
Oh, and lest we forget, yes, I mean it was a backup story, and it wasn't the biggest thing in the world, but we did get a Ron Mars, Daryl Banks story.
Yes, we did. Yep, absolutely. Which is hard to believe that was 30 years ago, right?
I know. Yes, I know. But it was it was nice to read a story, a Cal story from them again.
Yep, absolutely. I thought it was a really good issue. I don't know that it was, something that, oh my gosh, you can't miss it. It was just good, solid,
Yeah.
The Hal backup just moved the story along a tiny bit, but not much, because we still don't really know what else is going on there.
Yeah, it wasn't like earth-shattering like events for an anniversary issue. It was basically setting up where Kyle and Hal are going in their respective stories.
Probably, and this is just a guess. I have no knowledge, of course, but probably kind of setting things up for the next year's worth of stories.
Yeah,
would be my guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it used to be like, and the big anniversary issue would be the conclusion of a story. Now sometimes it's like, oh, the big anniversary issue is the start of a story.
Well, and Jeremy Adams has kind of done both. He had a big giant anniversary issue, which was his last issue on the Flash, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And now we've got this, and it's hard to believe. I really think I need to sit down and reread his run on Green Lantern, because reading it month to month, I don't know that I've appreciated a lot of the connective tissue there. Mm-hmm. So go back and see it, because it's been 3 years, dude. Hard to believe it's been 3 years.
Mm-hmm. All I gotta say is that Lanterns trailer, if it's done anything, it's ignited some people's interest in Green Lantern. Because I know Tyler Patrick was telling me after he was watching the Lantern trailer, he went and read like all the Jeff Johns Green Lantern stuff, starting with Rebirth. I was like,
well, that's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
It had kind of the opposite effect for me. Obviously, I'm still gonna watch the show, and I'm still excited for the show, but it kind of damped down my excitement a little bit, because it went out of its way to not show anything Green Lantern-y, right?
Yeah. Again, it's only the first trailer, and I don't think that show's coming until maybe towards the end of summer. So maybe we might get a flashier trailer between now and then.
Yeah, pardon the pun.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, just keep telling yourself, whatever you think of that trailer, at least it's not Emerald Twilight.
But we might be getting that. You never know. Yeah. But the trailer for me was a bit underwhelming, and there was a little bit of a kerfluffle between Damon Lindelof and I think Grant Morrison, about the trailer. And Lindelof's like, I'm sorry, it was a joke, and it was a bad joke, but whatever. And I'm like, I think Morrison had some interesting thoughts on it,
Well, yeah, didn't he say something like, it's like, yeah, well, if you don't feel that passion for it, why are you doing the project?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, yeah, we have to get paid so we can eat and have places to live and wear clothes, but this is a creative endeavor. So if you don't have the passion for it, and I think Lindelof does, right? Yeah. I mean, I really do think he does.
Yeah, I think he might have just misspoke, but it's like, even if you don't have the passion, well, at least present like you do.
Mm-hmm. And for me, this trailer, it emphasized all the things that I don't necessarily care about in a Green Lantern show, right? And I get it. It wasn't necessarily for me, and the whole kind of DNA and core of the show,
pardon the pun,
is not necessarily what I am personally maybe looking for in a Green Lantern show. But I don't know yet, because I've only seen that trailer and stuff about it, so it could be completely different. I mean, we know we're going to get Sinestro at some point.
Yes.
Right?
Well, let me throw out a theory to you here. Perhaps they can't show some things because they're spoiler territory, because maybe cosmic things are happening in the Supergirl movie that we don't want to spoil until after that movie comes out in June.
That's very possible. I mean, Gunn has earned a little bit of faith and trust, but you can also lose that faith and trust.
Yes.
You don't make the right decisions, at least according to me. So I'm still hopeful. Of course, I'm going to watch it, but the trailer, as a longtime fan, really didn't do anything to make me want to watch it. It kind of did the opposite.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see, because going by the Superman movie, I think they want to try to be more closer to the comics.
Yeah, I hope so. But this also brings up something I think really important, not just to me, but to you as well. We've got John.
Yes.
We've got Guy. Who's the fourth leg of that stool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, the guy that's currently headlining the book right now. That would be Kyle, right?
Yes. Yeah, where's Kyle at?
So, I don't know. Part of me really wants to see the epic from Emerald Twilight through Rebirth, right? And into Blackest Night, because that's an awesome story.
Yes.
Now, obviously, they would have to condense, they're not going to spend years just on Kyle being the only Green Lantern, and there's none of that. But that type of overall arc, I think, would be hugely, hugely ambitious for them to try to pull off, right?
All right, how about this? Everything up to Hal becoming Parallax. That's your Star Wars. Your Empire Strikes Back is basically Kyle as Green Lantern, and then your Return of the Jedi is Rebirth. Hal's back.
Yep, exactly. I mean, and I don't know. I am still optimistic about the series.
Yeah,
but it's not because of anything that they've done or said yet. So
yeah. I mean, at first I'm like, why is it in a movie? But again, I guess when you have so many characters, maybe a TV series is better because you can spend more time on characters, maybe. Although, although these days you only get 8 to 10 episodes a season. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the series springboarding into movies. I mean, because it would. We've talked about this in the past. On the Sector 2814, is that for my money, Blackest Night was the most perfectly executed crossover that has ever been done. It was just done so well. Maybe they're going to try to replicate that for TV and film. I guess we'll see. I'm hopeful.
No.
But back to Kyle and issue 600.
What were any other thoughts on this one?
I thought it was a good solid issue. I'm a little, and this is something we've talked about too. I think pacing on Green Lantern has been kind of too slow in places, too fast in places, too slow in places, too fast in places, right? And I think we're kind of going in a too slow in places right now. I'd like to hit it just right, but I don't know that they've hit it just right, because if you look at the giant crossover we had, what was it? The Spectrum War? No, what was the
last one?
Yeah, the last one.
Was it the Starbreaker Supremacy?
Starbreaker Supremacy. That's right. See, that one seemed to move too fast, and we never really got to absorb all of the changes that happened because of it and during it, right?
Yes.
So, I sometimes feel like it does just kind of headlong way too fast, and then when it slows down way too slow.
Yeah.
Well,
in Green Lantern Corps 14, doesn't Catma even say something like, "Yeah, since we've been back, there's been like 2 big wars or battles or something."
Yeah. Well, and speaking of Corps, if you want to jump to that, I think we can jump over to it. So, Catma's in it. That's great. I still want our Catma back, and I don't know if that's going to be possible or if that's going to happen. Right?
Yeah.
Catma as a Green Lantern. We got Soranik back, which was awesome, right? Which is really, really great. But I think, you just brought that up. There's been so many earth-shattering things. Every issue doesn't have to be the end of the universe, right? You can't keep escalating like that. I mean, that's what I love so much about the previous Core series before New 52, is that we got all of these characters, we got Soranik, we got Princess Iolande, we got Vanth, and I can never remember his name, but we had all of these alien, Green Lanterns that we got to see them doing important stuff with high stakes, planetary survival, or, big stakes that weren't, oh my gosh, the universe is going to end because of zombies, are going to take over everything and all that Blackest Night stuff. But, I still think that this book is trying to find a balance, and I am still confused about Jon Stewart.
Yes.
I don't understand exactly what's going on with that character.
Like how so? Like you don't like? Is it just? Is it still like a? Does he want to be here? Does he not want to be here?
Well, there's that, but there's also, we were told straight up that he cannot die. He made a hypertime copy of himself somehow, and that copy came back and then abruptly died, right?
Yes, but was it technically a death, or is he now the energy powering the central battery?
I
Is he
you know,
technically not dead, but he's changed form to enter?
just I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, you
And
can't.
then
Well, you cannot create or destroy John Stewart. He just changes form.
Gotcha.
Science joke, kids.
Yeah. The whole guy being a religious kind of leader now, I find that a little bit weird. But I mean, the stuff that really made me happy was seeing Soranik, going to New Korugar and seeing Soranik and having her and Katma interact. I thought was interesting in a way that I didn't realize that it would be.
Yeah, I hope we get it. I hope we get into that more. Yeah.
But I still think the core is still trying to find its balance on what's going to be Parallax. Which Parallax is this even? Because we have a Parallax that came over from the 0 Hour 30th anniversary stuff, right? Plus we've got a baby Parallax that only Guy can see.
Yes.
I don't know the answer to these questions.
I don't know. You know what? For some reason, I kind of like this issue a little better than some of the last few previous ones, and I think maybe the reason. And again, it's like neither one of them I don't think are bad writers, but I think this one, just Morgan Hampton was writing it. It wasn't Morgan Hampton and Jeremy Adams. So maybe the last few months has just any problems we might have had might have just been like, oh, maybe there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
It's possible too, yeah. And I still think that because Jeremy left, was it 2 or 3 issues ago? I can't remember which.
Maybe, but yeah, who knows? Like how much like plotting or whatever he had, like
I still think that Morgan's probably finding his balance here.
I think it's she, but yeah.
Oh, she. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
I
okay,
believe
awesome.
So. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, which
I'm not. I guess.
I think she'll get there. It's just I don't think we're quite there yet. I don't think this book necessarily suffers from the whole too fast, too slow, plot stuff of the main book. It's just its focus seems to be all over the place.
Yeah, it's all too many plot lines. Maybe it's like should we be focusing more on John at the moment, or at least giving an arc to what's going on with Guy and the Spectrum critters. Yeah,
exactly. Now, if she can pull off getting us, Katma's memories and our Katma back, that will go a long way to forgiving about anything.
Give her the hyper. Give her the hyper time makeover. Okay.
Exactly. But I mean, I still enjoy Core. It's just I think it's not found quite its focus yet.
Yeah. I mean, I did like, that, the drama of basically, it's like it is Katma, but, she did kind of point, they did kind of point out, it's like, this isn't the wife who got murdered in your kitchen and stuff. And, John, just the pain, he's like, I wasn't even there when it happened. And
yep. Nobody was in Comics Week.
Oh!
Did I say that out loud?
Don't say no one was there. Well, there's still people in therapy over that. I believe his name is Matt Kona.
Yeah.
But no, I hope we get some resolution to that. Hopefully, Soranik was back, but of course, God, who was she possessed by?
Parallax, but which Parallax we don't know.
But wait, I thought all the Spectrum beings were dead and reincarnated. So.
Well, but this could be the one from the 0 Hour thing.
Oh yeah.
I guess maybe we don't know.
The timeline. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, crazy.
I wasn't sure that was even still in continuity. Although I guess everything, there's a universe for everything now.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy Core. It's just I think I don't think it's found its stride yet.
No. But I was going to say, we have most of our Earth Lanterns between the two books are in here, but, someone's missing. You notice who's missing?
We didn't. There was no Simon.
No Simon in either book, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically we do get a version of him in Absolute, but.
Absolute, yeah.
Yeah, I've been kind of letting that build up because, that's. Again, it's a slow burn. I love Al Ewing too, but it's a slow burn sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know that I would given many authors this many issues.
Yeah.
to get to the point, right? But that's when I need to go back and read from beginning to end and just kind of focus on it to see if I can figure out what the heck's going on. Because right
Yeah.
now, I don't really know what the heck's going on.
Yeah, and again, I mean, it might be better, yeah, reading it all in one setting, but it's like I don't like when they do that because it's like you're really, hurting the floppy
Well, I
sales
mean,
here.
and you have to. This is of course just my opinion. You have to, if you're gonna have a single issue, that single issue needs to have a complete something,
Yes.
right? You can have stuff that's continuing, before and after, but that in and of itself is a unit, right? It's a unit of storytelling, and it has to be a complete unit. Otherwise, it's a waste. It's not just to be continued, right? It's not just a part of the next chapter. It's not just a chapter that doesn't matter, right? It's got to
big
be
unit.
unique on its own, but contribute to that greater whole. And I don't know that I've seen that in this book yet, and it could be me. I'm not going to say that's not possible. It definitely could be me, but I'm just not getting it yet. So.
Oh no, I agree with you.
So, any other thoughts on the core at the moment?
I don't think so because I was gonna say I don't think we even got any like Green Lantern stories in any of the Marvel DC crossovers lately. So
Yeah, we just had the parallax one from the first one, right?
Pretty
What's a
much.
parallax?
Exactly, yeah. Well, most of these the latest ones are focused around Superman and Spider-Man stuff. So
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
although yes, spoilers if you haven't read DCKO, Superman is missing. And in the regular Superman book, our old buddy Superboy Prime is like trying to actually be a hero.
Are they
He's-
going to try to redeem him? I
he's-
don't know that that's
He's trying to build a life for himself, and he got a job. Guess where he got a job, William?
at a comic book shop.
Yes, sir. I'm sure you must see in the spoilers. Yes.
Interesting. Can you redeem the irredeemable? I don't know. Because, he's not exactly a nice guy.
No.
There was all the arm ripping off and all of the killing and, trying to end the universe, right?
Yeah. There is a scene. I forget where it is in DCKO. I forget if it's like where again spoilers, kids. Like Darkseid was like possessing Booster Gold, or I don't know if they made it look like they're gonna kill Booster Gold or something. Superboy Prime just makes the comment. He's like, "Oh, Dan Jurgens is gonna be pissed."
Yeah. Okay. Actually, that brings up a really good question. I have DCKO on my list to pick up. It wasn't on my normal pull list, so I'm like, okay, I know that there's a specific Green Lantern crossover, which I definitely am going to get regardless. But DCKO worth picking up?
I'd say yeah. I mean, for what it is, it's pretty good. Like I said, it just smacks of me of like, oh, it's like video gamey, where it's like, oh, you got to do certain battles, get certain levels and stuff. Like, is it in I forget where it's at. Is it the Flash book? There's one story. Yeah, one of the battles. Guy Gardner has to battle Jay Garrick. So.
And we're of the opinion that speedsters should never lose any type of fight, right? Period.
Yeah. Yes. I'm trying to remember how. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if he won that one. But yeah, Guy got at least the second round. So.
Yeah, didn't he and Hal fight Superman and Shazam? Maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, there was so much going on in that. No.
All right. Well, I've got it on the list. I'll pick it up next time I go to a shop somewhere.
I'd say give it a shot.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Now there's some Grant Morrison.
Now we're up to this.
Yes. Oh.
Which I kind of expect there to be an omnibus of this at some point.
Oh, there's
the first season 1 and season 2, as well as the Black Star crossover, 3-issue series. But so far I haven't seen it.
No, because I'm surprised they don't have that already.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. It's Grant Morrison. I mean.
Exactly. All right. Oh, just to make this harder, yes, there's no synopsis. I don't have any more synopses for these ones. So.
All right. Well, 5 and 6 are through the last 2 stories in this one.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
5 is where he has. So of course we find out that he has to go renegade because the Guardians asked him to go renegade because it's literally like in his job description at this point, and go join the Black Stars to stop Controller Mew, right?
Yeah. Do you have any problem with that, Will? Where it's like, oh yeah, how Jordan has to always fake going rogue against the core, and everyone buys it. Every villain's like, okay, yeah, I buy it. Okay.
It makes sense. It's got a history of it, right? But in issue 5, he has to basically, go through and assemble his Black Star armor, basically, while the Belzebeth, I think, the vampire.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is something I find really super interesting. That I think Morrison, I don't know if they came up with it or not, but vampires are baby sun eaters.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gradually become sun eaters, right? If they live long enough, and then to get to that next form, which would be the baby sun eater, right?
Yeah.
Which I thought was really kind of cool. That's an interesting thought. They go from being afraid of the sun to consuming them, which I thought was cool.
And I did like the visuals from Liam Sharp, like with all this Vampire Planet stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very dark, very moody.
Really set the tone. Yeah.
And I really see, and I think it's completely on purpose, I think Sharp is channeling a lot of Neil Adams throughout a lot of this stuff. Really, there's just these touches of Neil Adams that he's throwing on there. But, in that one, Hal, of course, there's a good line in there. He goes, look, I helped found the Justice League. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Let's just get on with this. Okay. I'm not afraid. That's cool.
Yeah. Do you think that was Grant Morrison's whole approach to this, almost to take like a Silver Agey type?
Yeah. And play him a little bit more serious, right? Because we get the whole Zine Lantern and Zine Arrow thing in issue 8, right? And we get the whole Inside the Power Ring, which I love.
Oh yeah.
Issue 7 is awesome.
Yes.
And I think issue 5 is great because it sets up what happens in issue 6. And issue 6 is really kind of really the end of that first arc, right?
Yes.
So, and it has like, I've got to look it up because I can't remember. I love the little sequence where Adam Strange shows back up. Hal has, of course, faked killing him, because they have the duel to the death. Very, very Silver Agey duel to the death.
Yeah,
right?
to prove himself to the Black Stars. Yeah.
But then there's this it's like a 9 or 10 panel page, but it's executed so well, where Controller Mew is dead. Alana has shot him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's toast at this point. But he's created this thing, the Strangelet, that if it's activated, it will destroy the universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Hal's there with his ring, and the Guardians then pop in and say, "Hey, basically, don't hesitate. This will cause matter to be compressed to the core, instantaneous, total annihilation. Whatever it takes, disarm the U-bomb. We're diverting all the power you need from the central power battery reserves. Disarm the bomb. It's total annihilation. Total annihilation." He goes, "Now you tell me. Lucky for you, I have a better idea." And then the next page is like, "Hey, everything's good, but Hal and his ring are gone." I love how it built up to that.
Yes,
right?
no trace. Yeah.
And we get the ring just out in space.
Yep.
With Hal inside the ring, and Merwiden, which is a classic old Green Lantern story that Grant Morrison is referencing, Inside the Power Ring.
Yep.
Which is great, which doesn't make a lot of sense if you take continuity into effect, because this isn't Hal's original ring, blah, blah, blah. But forgetting all that, it's cool. I think it's really cool. But 6, I love the next page right after, he's disappeared, right?
Yes.
I like where they say, prior to his disappearance, an energy output was recorded equivalent 10 to the 44th power joules. Green Lantern rings flickered and went dim across the universe. I love that. He channeled that much power because, he's a stubborn guy, right?
Yes.
But, I was a little bit confused the first time I read Morrison's take. on Green Lantern, right? Because I wasn't quite sure what was going on. But now that I've read a bit more about it and kind of deep dived into some of what, this is a reference to this is a reference to that, I have enjoyed it a lot more. And particularly that little sequence, save the universe, it's a Tuesday, right? No big deal.
So do you think that helps or hurts like enjoyment of the stories if stuff goes over people's heads, or does it matter?
I think what Morrison does is the basics are there for you to have a basic level of enjoyment.
Yeah.
Right? At least that's what Morrison strives to do, I think, with every issue. Whether or not they succeed or not could be, that's up in the air, I think, for some readers. But in my mind, I think they did. I think they achieved that. But then layering in all of the other stuff, from the Silver Age, from all of these weird connections between some of the stories in, Green Lantern, I think that really does add to it, So it's really a book that can be enjoyed by someone who's not familiar with Green Lantern, or someone who knows all the deep lore and knows, that, this is the issue that this happened in, right? So I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
But there is a bit of a bubble around season 1, the Black Star limited series, and then season 2, in that they don't feel like they have that connective tissue to really the rest of the DC universe at the moment, right? It's almost like this could be its own series, much like Farscape was really its own series, but still connect, and ultimately it gets connected back in. This feels almost like an Elseworlds, because we've got Adam Strange, Superman I think shows up, or different Batmen show up. We've got all kinds of different things, but it seems like it's really kind of its own thing, right? Not necessarily a part of the larger DC universe. At least that's kind of my take on it.
Yeah. I mean, again, I keep trying to remember, like, at this point, did we need kind of like a back to basics Green Lantern? It's like, let's at least one book. It's like, let's the main book. Let's.
Well, because at this point, Al Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps and Green Lanterns had been canceled, right?
Yeah.
So we got this, and then immediately after this book finished, we got the Jeffrey Thorne run, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think that's the way it worked. And see, that's, we were just talking about Green Lantern 600. Are you getting enough story? And that immediately brought to mind Thorne's run to me, because after the first couple of issues, I don't feel like we got enough story, because it was so divided between stuff happening here, stuff happening in the dark sector. It never felt like we got a full cohesive issue of something.
Yeah.
Right. So I was always like, yeah.
And again, I mean, sometimes you can do different stuff, but I'm just like, how long did we go without Rings and stuff and Jeffrey Thorne? I'm just like, I'm reading Green Lantern. I'm here for Rings,
Yeah, exactly. So I think this wholly embraced the weirdness of the Green Lantern Corps and all of the craziness that happened from the Silver Age, and incorporated it in. It's just like part of, we had a Green Lantern that had a volcano for a head. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Yeah, I did like the back to basics approach, trying to take, like we said, the Silver Agey aspect.
Well, and then you had the Guardians talk about lanterns at other wavelengths, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which was interesting. But then we come to number 7, which is, inside the Pingoeer. Was it Pingoeer? Yeah, Power Ring.
Yeah.
Which gives us, I think, one of the greatest final pages in a Green Lantern story ever. Hal has managed to, because that's what he does, he has managed to save the ring himself and get back to Oa so that he can recharge it. And the last page is just him, kissing the ring.
Full page spread, kissing that ring, yeah.
Yep. Which I think is just pitch perfect, right? But this kind of introspective story with the with the rhyming kind of poetry,
Mhm.
is really kind of something different, as far as issues go, right? Um, it it plays heavily into that, deep Silver Age lore, and we get a really different kind of issue than your traditional Green Lantern issue, right?
Mm.
Where's the ring? You're in the ring, okay? The ring is omnipresent in this issue. But it also gets at the core of who Hal is. I think he does. What's the line toward the end? Let me see if I can find it. I do like in the it's number 7. So at the end of this hardcover, they've got a couple of things that you can learn. Like, here's item 1, script secrets.
Oh.
Here's a callback to the deal of the art, script secrets. There's one in here where it says Hal's hatred of guacamole. Hang on. Hal's dislike of guacamole is made abundantly clear in his choice of vessel to trap the bad guys here. He doesn't like the green stuff. Yeah. Which I think is kind of funny. But number 7, let me find that. And the art is so different. You kind of have traditional panels, but they're really kind of disguised, throughout, because you have mostly these large pages of art that have slightly different, all using parts of the Green Lantern symbol. Right?
Yeah, everything
Carve
that
itself
takes
out.
place in the ring. Yeah, it has the
But at the end here, she goes, yeah, and true, everything we've got, power goes, and when we've given everything and there's no more left to give, we go the extra mile, and then boom, they make it in.
Yeah. Well, they pull Hal out, and then he's like, "Get me a lantern. The ring is dying."
Yep. And then we get that last page, where she's fine, where the ring is fine,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, the ring is a woman.
Of course, it's Hal Jordan's ring. Come on.
Exactly. But I like the fact that after this issue, the AI in the ring starts to get a little bit sassy.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is kind of good. But we got a little bit, and I've not read it, I've just seen mention of it, that the way Jessica kind of treated her ring as her buddy. Hey, buddy, how's it going this morning? Like, hey, Jessica, how's it going with you? Or something like that. So, I don't know. I think that was kind of cool, too. But, yeah, I thought this was a really interesting issue. And, the fact that all those panels, whenever there were panels, it was chunks of a lantern, of the lantern symbol. I think that was really, really a cool thing. And it's got this, I don't know a good way to say it, dirtiness to the art.
Oh
right?
yeah.
That, you don't typically associate with Green Lantern, but it really, I think, really, really worked in this issue.
And again, those pages look so much different than what's going on outside the ring. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, what are your thoughts?
Again, yeah, I like it. I love what Liam Sharp was helping do here, and like you said, continuity issues aside, yeah, no, it was a good, sci-fi Green Lantern issue.
Mm-hmm. Very psychedelic, which I think this leans heavily into the series as a whole.
Yes.
Just if you have the ability to control all of these things about reality, then what is reality, right? Yes. Pretty cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one too, and I think the last page is the perfect ending to this issue.
Perfect Hal Jordan.
Yep.
And then issue 8. I mean, if we had any doubts about Silver Age, yeah.
Which of course is a huge callback to the Speedy, shooting up heroin issue.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day. You've got an alien tentacles shooting up, so which is just like, okay, yeah, you got me. I'll buy that.
Just so funny, the cyclical nature of comics. We did Hard Traveling Heroes, eventually gets the Kyle Rayner and Connor Hawke, and now we're back around again to Hal Jordan and Oliver Queen.
Yep, exactly. And this is good. I mean, and they even make a reference to Ollie's chili just being almost inedible, because Hal's like he's going for water after trying some of it. But then we get, of course, Zine Arrow, who is a giant from a different dimension.
Yes.
And we eventually get a Zine Lantern, who shows up at the and Ollie even says that I think we're just guest starring in a Arrow zine Lantern story. It's kind of right. But him creating a giant arrow that would home in on so that Green Arrow could shoot someone on the moon.
Yes.
It's goofy fun, right? Yeah, this issue was interesting in a lot of ways. It was fun.
Oh yeah, again, just the friendship between these two.
Yeah, which I think, and I'd be curious to see what you think. So back in the day, Ollie was the anarchist, the far left of the political spectrum, and they forced Hal into being more of a right wing conservative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which did real damage to the character for a very long time, in my opinion.
Working for the man.
But I don't think there's as big a gap between them today, and I think this issue kind of showcased the fact that they're friends, but they don't have that artificial divide put between them, where they fall, quote unquote, politically.
Well, yeah,
right?
Yeah. Because again, just they've come to know each other on a deeper level, and it's
And I also think that one of the things that Morrison was doing was because this was when a lot of stuff was happening in real life, right? This was late 2019, early 2020, and there was a few things happening then, right?
Few.
But I think that there was a real attempt by Morrison to make Hal less a cop because, and this is something we've talked about too, and more a sheriff, the Green Lantern. He is the law out on the fringes. He's not a beat cop. Doing beat cop things.
I mean, you see we saw the cover to issue 1 last month. It's like it says the intergalactic lawman.
Lawman, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that's that subtle difference in how Morrison is portraying Hal here means that he doesn't grade up against Ollie like, say, the Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams version would, because follow the rules. I'm a beat cop, which is not Hal Jordan, but that's entirely something else.
Well, I feel that's if Hard Traveling Heroes has any weakness, it's that. It's like before that and after that, it's like Hal Jordan's the Maverick, and they're going to rein him in until Hard Traveling Heroes, and meanwhile he's the company man all of a sudden. It's like
exactly, yep, yep. But this was a fun issue because it played with a lot of those weird, goofy sci-fi fantasy things from the Silver Age.
Yeah, and I mean, I think some of the best Green Lantern stories are when it is more a sheriff or a lawman rather than a straight up cop, because it's like, okay, it's dangerous out here. You're gonna have to kind of think out of the box every so often, and
I think that's what when we were talking about the Green Lantern Corps book, the New 52 makeover of that book made it much less enjoyable to me, because it started getting into more of like this is inter-police politics.
Once you start getting more into the structure and rules and regulations,
But this was a lot of fun.
Yes.
But I think in my mind, probably Hal Jordan Arresting God, I think, is pretty awesome. However,
yes,
I think probably my favorite issue so far of this season 1 would be the Power Ring episode, number 7.
Oh,
right?
Oh, yeah.
I do love those few pages where he saves the universe and then disappears from number 6. But and number 5 is good too. All of them are good, but I really, really enjoyed the Power Ring episode.
Yeah, I might have to agree with you. Yeah, 7 might be the best, just because it's like, not only is it a really out of the box sci-fi story, but it like sums up Hal Jordan, especially that last page.
Exactly. Yep, I think so. And this is good as well, but I wouldn't put this up there in my top 3, 4 this far into the series, right? It's a good kind of standalone that's goofy, but not as good as some of the other issues, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, as good as 8 was, it kind of like stands out. It's kind of like it's not part of the big overall narrative. It's kind of like a rest stop. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a short detour.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
An interlude.
Yes.
But yeah, I think very enjoyable series.
Yes.
And I would be interested to see Morrison and Sharp do more. I'd love to see a Morrison and Sharp omnibus. For their 24 issues that they did. I think there was an annual that Morrison wrote, and then Morrison also wrote 3-issue Black Star. So include those in the omnibus, and that gives you
exactly
like nearly 28 issues, 29 issues, a nice size omnibus.
Oh yeah. Put some of the notes in there and stuff. Yeah.
Hal's dislike of guacamole. I mean, that's important.
Exactly. All right. So yeah. So next month, we'll wrap up the first 12. We'll do 9 through 12, and then if we want to get to the Black Star stuff in season 2, we can. But I was going to say, did we want it? I think we discussed this already. Did we want to take a little break in June and do some of that Red Lantern Supergirl, because that is when the movie is out?
Yeah. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I have not read those. I've heard they're really, really good, and that would be an excellent time to get to them, right?
Yes. All right. So send us your thoughts on all the new Green Lantern stuff, the Green Lantern stuff, Grant Morrison stuff. Like I said, Red Lantern Supergirl coming in June. So send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find us on pretty much all social media. Again, we got Reddit, we got TikTok, we got all the old stuff, Instagram, Facebook, got it all. And of course, help support us buying merch at TeePublic and Spring. And again, Wolf Hellfire's favorite method, just rain the money on us in the Cash App link. And of course, the Patreon, where again you get not only do you get at least one exclusive uncensored episode every month, but you get all of the regular episodes early now. Like you could have had this episode early if you would have subscribed. And again, when you subscribe, you can suggest topics for us to talk about. So again, the only safe legal way to tell Lilith Hellfire what to do.
Shut up, Phil.
All right, so. So go ahead, run, don't walk, and go sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics.
Fucking crazy.
Thank you, Justin. All right, and this Mr. Will Allred, not only is he an expert on other people's comics, he makes his own comics.
I try.
Yes, well, do a good job. All right, so Mr. Will, tell them all about Crossover Division and anything else.
Well, you can always find out more about Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. We will be launching, I was hoping it was going to make it in April, but it's looking more like an early May launch of number 8. And that's where the guys will be crossing over with Sherlock Holmes. So it's going to be quite a fun little issue. If you go to crossoverdivision.com, you can click on follow the pre-launch page for the Kickstarter. And you'll see that we have an amazingly beautiful cover by Tula Lote, who was last year's Eisner winner for Best Cover Artist. So we've got an amazing variant cover of hers. We've got our amazing covers by Alice, who's the regular artist for this issue, and Pablo, who's the regular artist for like the odd issues. We're still figuring that out, but whoever does the interior art does the standard cover, and then the other one does the first variant. So we have Alice will be doing the standard cover. Pablo's already turned in his variant cover. We have variant cover by Angela Wu, which is amazing,
nice.
And Carola Borelli. So we'll be revealing those soon, and check it out. It's a lot of fun. The art is great, and it's a lot of fun to write and put these things together on Kickstarter.
And you're pumping them out at a pretty good pace. I was like, okay, I have 6. I'm like, did I sign up for 7? I'm like, no, 8's going to be coming. I'm like, whoa.
7 will be sent to the printer hopefully soon. So you'll be getting it before we launch, my hope, before we launch number 8. So,
but I'm just like worried. I'm like, wait a minute, I ordered 7, right? Because 8's cock. I remember when these things came out maybe once a year, and now he's like, yeah, 6, and
we're going. We're making progress.
6 barely hits your mailbox. He's like, oh yeah, 7's coming. Yeah, here comes 8.
Worked ahead. We're trying to work ahead.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind waiting for quality Kickstarter, but I was like, damn, now he's moving.
Want to finish it before I die, man. 20 issues. 20
Hey,
issues.
boys, you look at the party. I love the party.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
Love that one.
Oh, go.
I, of course,
Thank
love
you,
Hal Jordan.
I do. Very much so.
All right. So, yes, thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, William, for joining.
Thanks for having me.
It's always a great time. So, yeah. So, next month, we'll wrap up the first 12, well, I guess season 1 of The Green Lantern. And in June, we'll do some Red Lantern Supergirl. Which also includes, yes, a Red Lantern Guy Gardner. So,
Yep. Very cool. Very cool.
so take that, algorithm, Supergirl and Guy Gardner. All right, everyone. Come back next time. And remember, hug your loved ones, kiss them, and keep them close. Maybe on your finger. Good night.